Alright guys, so welcome on board. Sorry, it's been a while. I posted anything on my channel. I've been so busy. So we're trying to talk about loop animation on Blender. Blender is used for motion graphic stuff like that. So I'm working on a project, and this is what I want us to do. I'll play it now. So this is what we'll be achieving at the end of the project. So I will give us a step-by-step um, um, surface on how to do it. So let's begin the project. Okay. So guys, so this is what I've been working on recently. I'll try to arrange everything. So I have made this. Later I'll make a full video on how to arrange this again for those who are new to my channel. So sit back and relax. So the next thing we are going to do now right here is for us to make sure that this cylinder, which is a base, rotates up in opposite direction to this rod that we have right here. Okay, so let's start. All right, so now let's try to shorten this time frame because it started from 1 to 250 or so. Let's shorten it to 60. So I'll click here and I type 60 and I press enter. So now the time frame now has been shortened. So I'll zoom in a bit. It has been shortened to 60. So I'll try to zoom in so you can have other areas now. So zooming in, stuff like that. Okay, so now that we have shortened the timeline or the frame to 60, what we'll do now is to rotate this rod to 45 degrees. So remember we are on the first, that's one. So right now I'll turn on the this auto key. That means it will be adding the animation the way I want it. So right now I need to rotate this to 45 degrees. So I'll press R, that's to rotate, and Z, that's I'm rotating towards the Y axis, and I'll type 45 and I'll press enter. So that's the way it is about that one that we have over there. Then also I'll go to the keyframe 60, this keyframe 60 now. Then also still the rod being selected over here around the spot also too. We are going to try to press again R. So press R again, then Z, then we'll be typing 180, that's 180 degrees, and press enter. So that's the way it is. Alright, so so now let's see now. So let's play. Let's take it back to the beginning and let's try just a minute. I'll try to show you or something. So let's play it now. So we'll be seeing that it is now rotating around that axis. Just keep rotating just like that around the axis, just like that. So that's the way it is about this one. Alright, so I'll pause it now, take it back to the beginning, and we can try to do some adjustments if possible. Let's see if we need to do some adjustments around this point. If possible, we can adjust. If not, we can leave it the way it is, stuff like that. So the next thing now is to select this base now, and also make sure that we're on the first keyframe, that's the beginning of the motion. Then what to do, select the base, then also we need to rotate to a negative value. So select the base now. So now let's try to rotate, select this the base now, which we have done now. Then we are going back right here to add a keyframe to put it on a normal state. So we can try to press I. Okay, that will add a keyframe. So let's confirm that. Let's see. So let's try to add a keyframe now. Select it just like that. So we can press I on the keyboard and we can select, we can place it on location, rotate and scale property, or we can select this on location, rotate and scale. So that it has added the first one. Then we'll now select timeline 60. Okay, and what we'll do now is to make sure that we take it to minus 180 degrees. That's the opposite of this rod. So now we're pressing. So let's rotate now. Press R to rotate. Then also let's press Z. That's to make it appear on the Z axis. Then we can type minus 180 and press enter. So that's the way it is. You can see that's added it already. So now if we try to play everything from the beginning, now let's just click on play. We can see that they'll all be moving on the opposite direction. So they'll all move on the opposite direction just like that. So this is how you can start with this animation on Blender. Alright, we'll keep moving on the opposite direction. Okay. Alright, so now let's continue. So what we need to do now, let's try to see how we can lift the opposite balls, lift them up, and see what we can achieve. Alright. Alright, so the next thing to do now is to select the first two opposite balls. So click on this one, select it, then we can try to okay, let us zoom out a bit. So with the scroll wheel on the mouse, I'll scroll out a bit, then select this ball. You can try to do this now. The scroll will hold it down and drag to move around the viewport. This area is called the viewport. Later I will make a video on it again, viewport. Then you can select this one, then hold down shift and select the opposite ball just like that. So we have both of them selected, and on timeline 1 we need to insert a keyframe on it. So what we're going to do now is to move the balls up very quickly. So to move the balls up now, we can try to press G. That's to move the ball up. Okay. Then we'll press Z. That's on the Z axis. Then we can type on the keyboard 0.2. You can see they've gone up a bit now. Then we can press enter to accept that, and you can see that's added a keyframe around this area already. Then also this keyframe that we have added, we need to make a duplicate of it on timeline 60. Okay, so to do that now we select this time frame. Then we can press that will be shift and D to duplicate. You can move it around till we get, you can see it's moving now. That's shift and D. Then we can place it at 60 just like that. Okay, then we can go back again, select these guys and go back to the beginning again. You can play the animation. Let's zoom in a bit, so scroll the wheel forward. So that's the idea. You can play it now and you will see that the balls are upward already permanently. They are upward already permanently. So let's take the next step now. So I'll pause the animation. I'll take it backward again. So these two balls are up already. So we need to select the balls again. Let's select them again very quickly. So we can select the first one, select, hold down shift, select the second one, then to move them up again. Now before we move them up, let's try to make sure that we are on frame, let's say keyframe, maybe keyframe 29 or so. Let's see, let's move that to keyframe 29. Just a bit, keyframe 29. Close, just move it around first of all. All right, that's 29. That's good. Okay, so then we can try to press I on the keyboard, then select location, rotation and scale. So that will add a keyframe there. That means on that point they are going to remain static on that area. So that's the idea now. Okay, then while we have it selected now, we can also try to move them up again. So please watch now, we are still selecting them. Okay, now we can move them up again. Now now let's move this keyframe to let's say 16 now, maybe 16 gently, maybe 16. Okay, that's 16. All right, then still selecting these two balls, we need to move them up again. So I'll zoom out a bit. That's the scroll wheel going backward a bit. Okay, then I'll press G. That's the move tool. That's a shortcut for the move tool. I'll press um, Z again. I'll press Z. That's the Z axis. That's a vertical movement. Then I'll type 1 and I'll press enter. All right, so that's for that one. Okay, so the keyframe is already there already again. Then also to allow them remain, because they need to, these two balls need to remain the way they are, upward. So we can duplicate what we have on timeline 16 to timeline 20. So I'll click on this timeline right here. This golden icons indicates the timeline. That's the animation that we're applying. Then I'll press Shift and D, move it towards 20, just a minute towards 20, and I'll click on it. That's the way it is right there. Uh, then also still selecting them again. Okay, let's just play. Let's play what we have now. Let's take it back to the beginning. Let's just play what we have now. So that's what, so you can see the balls are moving upward and they remain at that position. They're coming downward again, you can see. So that's the way it is. So that's the first step to this animation that we are trying to work on. Okay. All right, so the next thing to do now in this stuff is, if you see, if I select at 29, now you can see the height of what we have, and also at 20 you can see the state. You can see it as at this point also too. So we have different areas or states. Let us play it again. Let's see how everything is going. You can see it moved up, then also stayed there, then also at close to 29 it fell back. So we need to make it work again, just like that. So now what I'm going to do now is to select both of them as selected. So I'll just click outside. First of all, click on this one, hold down Shift, and I'll click. Then also I will make sure that I place the timeline on 30. So this is 30 now. So I'm still selecting both balls. So on 30 now, either you can do it either on 30 or 31. Determine it depends on what you want. Then also you can press G on the keyboard. Press G, that's G. The G is a move to. Then press Z. That's a Z axis. Then we can type minus 0.2 and press enter. So that will push the ball back inside the position that they should be in. Okay, so now once we play it again, now let's see back to the beginning. Let's play it again. Let's watch carefully now. So it went up, then the balls are trying to descend inside. Okay, so that's the way it is about this animation that we have right here. So remember to always press Ctrl S to save what you need. So let's play it again. Let's see how everything is going. Let's see if the balls are too fast or they are colliding with the base. So watch carefully now. So I'll play it again, and you can see it's going up. Then also it's trying to come down. So you can see that it went too fast. Okay, so what I'll do now is to adjust this particular keyframe at 30. I'll just select it again now. Then we can press G on the keyboard. That's to move it down to, I think 31 will be better. So let's see, these are 31 and that's okay. So let's play it again from the beginning. Let's see. So it went up, then it was it anchored in there and it came down, and I think it's better now. So also if you observe, let's take it back a bit, back forward a bit, and you can see it is inside. But if you think that it is eating, I'll zoom in a bit now, so then I'll try to check it now. If you think that the balls are eating the edges of the base, what you can do now is to select the base. So click on the base. That's the base that we have now. You can select the base. Then also you can select keyframe, maybe keyframe 30 or 31, kind of either 30 or 31. Select it, and I already selected this auto keyframe. That means anything I do here now will just apply without me pressing I. Note, I already selected this auto keyframe. That is, anything I apply on this timeline will automatically apply without me pressing I. Okay, so I'll select 30 or 31, then which is the base. Then I can press R, that's to rotate. Then I'll press Z, that's the Z axis, and I'll turn it just slightly a bit. And I'll leave it like that. So that's for that one. Then also let's play it again for the beginning now. Let's zoom out a bit. Let's play it again. Let's see. So play. You see it went up, then also it came down a bit right inside, nice, and that is for that one, just like that. So guys, I will stop here for today, then later we will continue with our video. Please remember to always subscribe to my channel, and I will make sure I do a video of everything again from the beginning. For those who did not follow the class at the beginning, thumbs up, comments, one whatsoever you want me to do on the channel, and God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.